Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Happy birthday to you. We're going to dive into your reading right away. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're enjoying these ones and would like to see more of these, don't forget to just subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Let's see what's coming your way. After the coffee cup and saucer, we're going to also see what's happening with your financial future with tarot. I see like deep in the bottom, not very clear, just a little shade of it you can see as well. Like kind of like an evil eye energy. This can also be something that is distracting your current focus when it comes to financials. Okay, I see here actually like this crumble down a chunk of money coming forward, and I feel like this has like a specific place to go. Within maybe the second week from now, it's going to show up from a long distance, and it has a specific place to go. So maybe if you're thinking of like, okay, I'm manifesting money for this thing and I will spend it on that as soon as it comes. And if you have like current, like that kind of specific intention when it comes forward, go ahead and definitely put that into that intention, because that is coming for that specific desire you have. If you have like, oh, okay, I manifest this one, I'll get another thing for that one as well, that can crumble down like that. Okay, maybe if you want to pay something that is very important to you, but then you think, okay, then I just go spend it on something that I don't need at this moment, that can be crumbling down into little pieces. Okay, so for example, maybe you need a laptop for your business, but instead of that, you go spend it on something that is not essential at that moment. And that essential thing might not really give you the pleasure that you need. And also your need of a new laptop still will be there and then keep you in the lack mentality, lack in request mode. So I feel like here, when this thing arrives, it's good to just put it into the thing that is actually you are intending to do. I see there's a person here, kind of looks like I interpret this as a person, but I see a frog initially. The frog lifted its front legs up right here. You can see like, I think the frogs have like not fingers, like 5 fingers. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. The mouth of the frog, and it's like a fiery frog here. This can be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, someone who's adventurous, someone who has leadership spirit, can be a little bit arrogant or stubborn time to time. And this person's like lifting their hands up in the air within the first week here. And I see that you are actually seeming like the princess right there with the crown on top of your head. Don't take this references as like gender wise. Okay, princess is actually, there's a fable that princess and the frog. The princess actually promises the frog that he will give him a kiss if he can dive into the pond and bring her gold ball back. And the frog does that, but she doesn't really keep her promise. So the thing with the frog is he was actually a prince that has been turned into a frog by a witch, and the only thing can break the curse is actually the princess's kiss. So the thing here is, this is someone that maybe you're promising something and they might come up with a very fiery attitude. And if you are promising something, you might have to fulfill that promise, okay, within the first week. I see that. And the fulfilling the promise can actually get you to what you desire faster if you delay it and maybe just go with the flow and let it happen by itself. Like you can take initiative there. Like you can see the evil eye later. I'm going to get to that in a second. And I see like you are actually like from princess to a warrior. You're walking away, a sword in your hand in a strong manner. I see a letter A here. This can be in the first name or the last name of someone, maybe handing you the sword, giving you the strength and the power. The thing is here, don't take the kiss as something that is actually undesirable in a sense of that you don't want to do. This can be something that you have promised in the sense of maybe there's like a job that you want you promised that you'll fulfill, or even maybe a little favor that you said to someone that, okay, I'll pick you up from there and drop you off from some place. It can be that kind of like a little simple promise that you made. It doesn't have to be something like massive that you have to slave your life away, because this is like a weekly reading. So it doesn't have to have a massive meaning. And when you look at the successful people, they do not just go from 0 to 100 in 1 second. They have like a gradual growth. They do one thing at a time, one step at a time. So this can be like a little step on the pathway that you need to just step on and just pass to the next one, okay? So I don't feel like this is a big thing. But now another thing came to me, because like this is general and collective reading for all Capricorns watching it and intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you can be in the frog position as well, okay? And what the frog does is, I'm going to tell you about that too. Like maybe you have done something, a favor to someone, but you didn't repay. Like there was a promise in between and they didn't fulfill the promise. What the frog does is he can actually speak, and he goes to the king, a higher authority, and tells the king, that's what your daughter promised me and she didn't fulfill the promise. And then the king enforces that, okay? And then he turns into the prince. And so the prince actually like attracts the princess is really attracted to the prince in that moment. So the thing is here, you can be in the feminine side, like receiving the blessing, or in the masculine side, giving the blessing. It doesn't have to be gender related. And if you have given the blessing and it's not being fulfilled, you're not getting what you're actually meant to receive here, you might have to go to a higher authority, okay? Apply to a higher authority. That can be another solution for you in this situation. I see that either way, like you are walking victorious, okay? The hair long, but the sword and the physical body kind of seems like to me masculine and feminine merging into one. So you being gentle when your feminine energy, also demanding and requesting and asking and receiving, like making it happen in the sense of your masculine energy. Your sword represents of that. It's going to give you another power, another different type of strength, maybe mental strength, and knowing that no matter what you desire, you have the power to make it happen. I see in the second week, there's a pathway opening and there's a lion attached to that. I see the Leo energy here. So you might have Leo in your chart. It doesn't have to be like your sun sign is a Capricorn, but it can be in your chart somewhere like Saturn, Pluto. Those are the money centers that actually governs the money issues in our lives. So it can be you embodying that leadership energy, first initially being a leader to yourself, then following that. There's a pathway opening here, then following that pathway, okay? And then maybe becoming a leader to many, because I see there's a person here sitting on a throne. Within the second week, I don't know if you're like that kind of in a fast process of upgrading, getting a promotion, or maybe like elevating your position. It can give you the chance to like level up within the second week when you claim control of the situation as a lion. I see there are phone lines forming here. You might have to pick up the phone and call some people. There's one contract here, and I see a grumpy, kind of like a Groot type of a face. Groot, if you have seen the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's a movie, I think, interpreted from comic book. There is a humanoid plant, Groot. And Groot is actually extremely knowledgeable, wise. And it can regrow from its like little branches, even if it's destroyed completely. Now I see it's smiling. I see two faces here. I'm going to show you. One is here, the nose and the mouth. And the second, when I cover this up, I see the eyes and the mouth smiling. Oopsie, sorry about that. The eyes and the mouth smiling here when we cover this part up. So the thing is here, well, you are the earth sign. So I'm going to go with the interpretation of this is your energy, you grounding yourself, and like whatever is coming to your hand as this contract, you maybe reviewing the details very carefully and working it out for your own behalf. This can be like a governmental thing, a legal opportunity, something that has like a legal papers inside of it. First, initially, when it shows up, you're going to be wondering like how to elevate this, how to turn this around, or whatever that current situation in your hand. But the end, you're smiling here. I feel like you're going to find a beautiful solution to this current problem, and that will elevate, okay, the whatever it is in your situation right now, and maybe even open up a pathway for you, because I see someone also going to be smiling right there with you, satisfied with the result that you're finding here. You see? someone with a lighter complexion. They look like a fish, can be a Pisces if you have a Pisces in your life, or Pisces can tend to be very emotionally supportive, loving. They can get along with good with Capricorns, Sun Capricorn, Sun Pisces, as far as I know, because you are grounded and they are water sign. You can create clay, you can be creative together. I see right under it, there's a cat. Cat indicates within the third week, maybe you're going to take an approach of, okay, I have done this so far. Let me rest a little bit. This can be resting your mind. This happens to me time to time as well. Sometimes I record back to back to back so many times. And like I see some, because I admire some of the YouTubers. They are actually very good. They just so consistent with their recording. But I have a different type of lifestyle than everybody has a different type of lifestyle, and I get sick very easily. For example, last couple days I was sick, so even though I admire, I try to catch up, I get sick, I fall back, and I feel guilty about it. But still, the cat is actually a reminder of, like, the more they rest, the more their reflexes work better. Like, I don't know if you can see cats, they can't even catch a flying bird. Like, I mean, not flying, but right about to fly away, kind of like a bird. They can catch it. They can catch big, small, little animals, and they are very like agile when it comes to that. But they rest when they need to rest. They rest, especially like the, I mean, like the comfortable cats. I'm not talking about stray cats because they are always living in fear. They're not usually like that, but the ones that are like have a home to come in, and if they're free to go outside, they are very agile. And I see here that you need to take that necessary rest when it comes to third week from now. And there's a magician appearing right there, which is the magician is the energy of the Virgo and Gemini. And I see here they are actually like creating this shape, the health shape, kind of porcupine energy here. There's a chicken right under it, and then we have the cat. Porcupine is the protection layer over the chicken. Chicken is, I can be even the golden goose. That you're gonna be a source that is bringing you golden eggs that will multiply, that will actually bring constant stability into your life. The magician can be someone helping you, mentor, someone gives you the idea, someone that you pick up the idea from. It doesn't have to be someone like giving you the idea initially, handing it to you. It can be an inspiration. It can be guidance, or someone that is maybe like you're working together with, being like showing you a pathway. And I see behind this person, there's a massive fish. So this person actually is not someone all words. They have done something already. They created something already, and they're creating, showing you an example. And I feel like they don't really have a forceful thing, but attitude, but they have this protection shield, porcupine, around your golden chicken. So they are initially giving you not only like creating something, but also protecting it. Okay. The protecting shield is very important here. This can be your energy. This can be investment that you're doing, and whatever it is, like this person is not going to only give you, this is the solution, but also this is how you protect your solution. This is how you protect your wealth. Okay. I see there's another pathway opening towards the fourth week here. This can be an outside trip that you're going to take. This is a light energy that will relax you into maybe a new idea. And I have here a camel, which has many opportunities, a rooster on the back. Rooster can be your own rooster, which is actually wakes up us to a new day, like a reminder of like how far you have come. And the camel can be symbolizing, the pathway can be something that you're exploring, something outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you just want to move somewhere else, and that's going to be your first trial to see how the life goes over there. Maybe research it there. Camel, because it's the animal of like traveling in the desert, they pack the camels with like the back in the day with necessary stuff, and they travel by camel. So this can be symbolizing like your travel plans if you have any. And I see the pathway also opening here too, but there's a short pathway initially. This can be like maybe somewhere close to your current place, and then maybe planning further. Maybe when you accomplish one, then you're going to be like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that hard. I can do this. Maybe this is something like if you're living in a certain state or city or a country, if the price is so high and like you can find something right next door, I actually heard from one of my friend that his parents were living in Switzerland, and because Switzerland got really excessive with the taxes, and they were still working in Switzerland, but they just moved to like a border village of Austria, which is like a beautiful. They're both beautiful countries, but because it was cheaper, the taxes were cheaper, social security was better, and they did that, and they were still working in that like a border, crossing the border and coming back. So it can be something like that as well. It doesn't have to be something like extreme, because like if you're living in Europe, like the whole Europe is like one state of America, basically. It's not like that big of like a place actually. So it can be something, that little bit of change that you're doing. Maybe it's not a massive change, little bit of change, but it has like a different applications in your life. Okay, let's get into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see what the answer is going to be throughout the month. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different opportunities coming, and this can be little chunks of money. And I see that you are actually, your desire coming really fast. Your protection field is really good, like it's thick. And I told you that we have an evil eye in your heart space. The evil eye can, maybe you don't really have it at this moment, it can come after you start taking action towards your desires, like your brilliant ideas, they come to fruition. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, like, you are surrounded by many people. If you have, like, you see these little bit of dots, all of those are like people surrounding you. And I see someone here, maybe even you are with the hat guiding these people in your energy field. Like spiritually, you're connecting with these people. And but maybe in the material level, if this is a product you're selling, if you are, maybe have a book that you are advertising, something that you have in your hand, they're not really reaching to your material self. Their physical connection hasn't formed yet. Okay, so if you have something that you think these people needs to hear, maybe you can actually start working on that thing and produce it and put it out there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a book. It can be a song that you're writing. It can be something from your experiences that you have learned. For example, nowadays I'm looking into like Silva method practitioners. I'm watching all of their videos. I have read the book. Like I'm looking into that stuff. I'm like, that's also a method that people are teaching. That's an example. You don't have to go out there and like do that, but something else. It doesn't have to be specifically a known thing. It can be an unknown thing. But I see in your energy field, there are many people. They want to like take a piece of your energy, and the product, the services, the energy that you're putting out there is actually a piece of your energy. A book you're writing is a piece of your energy. And what happens is when they take that energy, they give energy back, which is, we call it money today. And I see there's a big fish arriving here towards the end of the month. Letter H is present. This can mean the first name or the last name of someone. I see a dog right there. Dog in your heart space, in your family space. Can be chosen family, someone that wants to help you. Your desire actually coming full circle. It's closing one cycle in your life and opening up a new one. I'm going to dive into your tarot now. Okay, it's good to focus on your desire and intention to get the answers specifically for how the things is going to be evolving. Otherwise, if you don't have anything happening in your life, it's going to be like a general answers. Okay, let's see. We're going to be looking at your current situation now. It seems like we have 6 of Wands, which is the victory moment. Okay, so even if you didn't really start doing anything about your desires, the victory is yours. It seems like you might be already celebrating something successful that already recently happened to you. 6 of Wands can be indicative of like birthday celebrations, that people are appreciating you coming back successful from the war. Maybe the war was 2024. It was a tough year for many. So maybe you're coming back from that struggle very, powerfully, strongly, and maybe like victorious. You're actually going to move on from that one to this day. And that's your current situation. Seems like you are overcoming whatever it is that held you back so far. Okay, this year is going to be your year. Basically, you're starting in a very good way. Let's see. The area of opportunity lies in the forgiveness, maybe forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. Like I said, you have like basically a perfect skill that has a great potential for you, but maybe you're not really cultivating that because you are stuck in the past. You're thinking maybe you have actually like We have pay attention to your work. In the past, maybe you worked on something, it didn't work out the way you wanted to, but it seems like there's a better something you love will coming. There's a better way to approach this at this moment. Maybe this is like a profession that you started doing. Maybe you went to school for it, you got all the degrees for it, but it didn't really work out for you, and you just changed your direction, you went somewhere else. And now it's the time, the opportunities are presenting itself, the offers are coming in, people are picking up the phone and asking you about advice, or maybe do you know anyone in this field because you used to be in that. This can be that kind of like making peace with whatever that you left in the back behind, because it can be because people are calling you to ask you, do you know anyone? Maybe because they are asking you, they want to ask you, but because you have the judgment against it, they don't want, they're scared to ask you if you're doing this now. Okay, so it's about considering it. Can be this the thing here. If you're retired, it can be also something that you have done in the past. Maybe you haven't taken care of people in the past, and now the opportunities are presenting itself. Or this can even be something that you're feeling. Some people, because the society pushes us in that direction now, that we have to work all the time, and when we take a break, we take a vacation, we feel guilty. Like it's happening to me as well. Whenever I'm resting and I'm sick, I feel like because I have to deliver the message and people are waiting, so I get this stressed out. Okay, so maybe you are actually in that level, on that level too. This can be self-forgiveness as well, because you're doing that to yourself, forgiving yourself and letting it known that if something is meant for you, that will simply find you, and the opportunity lies where the forgiveness is, where the understanding comes forward. Okay, we have here this Three of Swords, the risky part. So do not fall into depression or anger, or even maybe like poor me kind of like a mindset here, because Three of Swords is like a heartbreak. But I have here with the Emperor energy, you're going to achieve massive success in everything that you touched. Even if you're feeling like it's not working, everything is working for your highest good in the best possible way, in the best possible timeline. And what can happen here is maybe when you're feeling down about the things, or not, you're not really seeing any movement when it comes to your desires and manifestations, you can an emotionally secure family, loving family, supporting. That can be chosen families, that can be bloodlines. Actually connecting with their energy will be extremely helpful for you. We have a mature man here. Your success, your current situation, your victory can be actually depending on a mature man, inheritance. Another thing with the mature man energy, I feel that because we're in a patriarchal system now, it can be like a governmental thing, and approval coming forward. If you have like a legal paper, we saw, maybe you're waiting for maybe a visa, an approval from maybe a school application, something that will actually come forward here, opportunity or windfall coming with this authority figure. And with the Judgment card we have here, the area of opportunity, pay attention to your work. So maybe you are actually thinking about a mature woman comes forward as well. This here indicates your creative. Male figure is actually action. It's the masculine energy, taking action, getting things done, following inspiration. Mature woman is actually cultivating, meditating, thinking through, thinking about the planning, and doing creative things, nurturing, self-nurturing, giving to yourself. So I feel like you're that's what it is. Self-forgiveness, self-love is where the area of opportunity lies. Like if you're feeling so stressed out and you're trying to do more, this is basically telling you to stop, reflect, connect with your own self, and like connect with your own heart, because heart is actually the real truth. It just reflects here. And pay attention to what you do, what you work, okay, rather than paying attention to outside things happening. There are many things happening around the world, and like when I fall into that black hole of social media and stuff, like I see many negativity happening out there, and that also like like, you know, it's an energy leakage. It's just pulling our energy away. And if you're falling in that one, this is basically telling you your opportunity lies within you, but you have to collect that energy back to yourself, pull it back to yourself, and pay attention to your work. Meaning, I feel like this is like a very good saying. It's not actually rude. It's something that is very like eye-opening. Mind your own business. Mind your own business, because nobody else minds your business. Nobody else pays attention to what happens in your life, what happens in your work. You are the one that is actually taking care of it. It just take care of it like a beautiful flower, and it will bloom. Okay. And I see here courtship. Okay. The heartbreak can be actually coming because of maybe some negative experiences that you had in a romantic relationship, and maybe it is affecting your mood. But we have 5 6 4, so this is 4 is behind, what's left behind. Okay. I feel like that's the energy that you're leaving behind, moving on. It can be because the energy with the workplace and the colleagues and the boss and the authorities can be also the energy of courtship if you are dedicating yourself to it. Can be something that didn't really 3 4 we have the 3 of Swords maybe didn't really work out the way you want it to be, but this is actually telling you there's soul families out there and helping you, and if what didn't work out will actually going to put you in a very powerful position, a situation, and your eggs are actually not cracked, your future is secured, so you're going to obtain your heart's desire. And emotional secure loving family is important to you, and the family environment can be the environment that you're working in, maybe the people that is actually that you're receiving money from. So it seems like here it is going to be the heartbreak, if you have any, is healing, and the support and full actually that the people that you can depend on will be arriving very soon. We have occupation with the final result, and you are the emperor of your occupation, so you're going to be in a leadership position if you haven't get the promotion already. We have the wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. But the wheel actually indicates wheel of fortune. So you can pick this wheel and put it in the cart and make it go into a certain place. And we have here as your astral house, love come forward. So pick the wheel and put it where your love lies. Okay, not like your material desires, but first what you would love to have in your life. Put the wheel in that occupation and let that wheel turn there so it can bring you success in that field first. And I feel like whatever that you do lovingly will actually multiply. Love energy is a multiplier all the financial desires in your life as well. I have here intuition and manifestation coming forward as your oracle, which is a very good omen here. So intuition is your gut feeling, is that little voice inside your head, not like little voice in the sense of like, I don't mean in the mental stuff. I mean inside the heart. It's not really a sound. It doesn't really make a sound. It just little nudges. It feels like that. And it is moving you towards your manifestations, like maybe like changing your mind, changing your course about doing certain things, little things. I always give the example of maybe you go to a certain coffee shop every morning. But then one day your intuition says, you know what? I want to go pick up a croissant from that other pastry, and then I'll get my coffee from there. And there you might find your, blessing. And maybe you're going to find an ad there that you're going to follow up, which will bring you a lot of success. It can be those kind of little nudges. It's not loud. Intuition doesn't scream, okay? If it's screaming and telling you negative things, that's our ego self. That's like all the people's energy that we pick up along the way, okay? While we're growing up, while we're working with people, maybe if someone is criticizing you in your mind, that's like the person that actually last criticized you. You're picking up their energy. We have here the Desert Prince and Survival and False Promises. Most of the signs got this energy, and I feel like this is what you're leaving behind. So you were probably in survival mode so far, and that was maybe like pulling you back, putting you in the mood of survival, and false promises of like you were in the survival. I said false promises that you were following. Maybe there are things that are not really resonating with your heart's desires, because I feel like abundance and prosperity means different things for every single one of us. If you define it down below, I will see that like health can be a prosperity for some. Having a good family can be prosperity. Having lots of money and freedom to travel the world is prosperity. But some people can be earth signs that I know, they don't like to travel. They want to have a beautiful home. They want to have all their needs fulfilled. They want to have plenty of food. They want to have their friends and family together. That can be your prosperity. That can be your abundance. And I feel like here from the bottom level of that, Abraham Maslow has like a chart of needs, like this triangle of needs. From that bottom level, you're upgrading to a higher level because intuition manifestation comes like on one of the top levels of that triangle. Let's see, you have your 11th house right there. I'm opening myself to new information. The new information, why is it important? Because it can be your actually pathway. The information can be opening the pathway, the doorways for you to reach to that desires of yours, that abundance, prosperity desires of yours faster. So if a new information coming forward, do not reject it. Keep an ear on that and hear that. We have dragonfly, a beautiful air element, spirit animal coming forward for you. I feel like dragonflies indicates like a rebirth, okay? Because I know they're not like a phoenix or anything like that, but I feel that energy of like they have the capacity to maybe even reborn. They're like kind of like magical creatures, the wings and all. So let's see what the writer of this book intended for dragonflies. So there might be an experience of rebirth coming forward, and she's actually the master of light and the mind. And when the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. Okay, this can indicate maybe changing your perspective about the things, the way that you see things. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, you can see the future clearly, you feel joyful and magical. But if you're not in balance, dragonfly can be also a balance bringer into your lives. But if you're not feeling focused, okay, like distracted, because we have the crystal ball here, there's a home in there, but it's not like coming crystal clear here. Maybe it's because your focus keep actually turning around to the other things. So this can be indicative that you should be focusing on. You can carry a dragonfly symbol with you. If you see that, know that this is actually coming to in your life to focus you back into your desires. Okay. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.